up, guys? Dr. I'm Prime 2.0 here, and or know if you know me pretty well. And guess what? For today's episode, I am doing my top 10 Batman suits. Mainly because, like I said a month ago, this whole year is the 80 years of Batman himself. And to celebrate, once a month I will do a Batman themed episode, hence this episode being all about the Batman outfits. And well, let's get down to this. But before I begin, just know that this is going to be my top 10 from like movies, comics, a little bit of TV shows. But yeah, and yes, even video games. And just know that this is going to be my top 10, so if your list is more different than mine, it's okay. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. This is my list. You have your own list. So let's talk about these Batman suits. Starting at number 10.
Kicking off the list at number 10, we have the EarthBruce Wayne costume.
I basically feel like this Batman suit is like really cool because I like the gauntlets, I really like the cowl and the armor. I mean, there's a lot more to this version of Batman, but he even has his scrimma sticks, just like me, and well, just like Nightwing, which is what no other Batman has, because, I mean, you're not going to see many Batmans use a weapon, because, I mean, the belt looks awesome, and I really like how his scrimma sticks are yellow, and well, again, a little nod to Nightwing.
Now at number 9, that goes to Michael Keaton / Tim Burton's Batman costume.
You want to know what I think about this costume? Here's the best way to sum it all up.
I basically just found this costume to be very classy, very tactical, and very 80s-like.
Also, yeah, it was from the 80s, so Tim Burton just had a thing for, like, making movies, like, I want to say kid horror movie things, like kid horror genres. Like, in a way, make it scary, but not, like, super scary. But it's cool enough, and it's for all of you Michael Keaton Batman fans, so I had to put this one somewhere on my top 10 list.
And now at number 8, we have Christian Bale's Dark Knight outfit.
When Christopher Nolan was creating the Batman, well, his own Batman costumes, he wanted his Batman to feel a lot more like real-world Batman, like same goes for the villains, and when Christian Bale was being Batman, they will, in a way, Frankenstein the first Batman outfits. Like, here's what I'm talking about.
And I really like how this costume in Batman Begins goes from being body armor to something that would look very more realistic and more real-world Batman-like when it got to Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, they have a way of, like, again, making it feel like real-world Batman. So yeah, I mean, I really like the armor platings. The cowl is now, like, a movable thing, because they didn't do that for the Batman Begins, but then when Dark Knight came, that was when things got a lot more cooler and better.
Sliding in at number 7, we have the Flashpoint Batman, aka Thomas Wayne.
I think, well, Flashpoint Batman has to be, like, one of the most terrifying Batmans ever, because it's not Bruce Wayne, it's Thomas Wayne, because in this alternate universe of Batman, let's just say Bruce Wayne was the gun who was gunned down, because when the Flash changed all of time, the heroes changed, such as Superman, Cyborg, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and yes, even Batman. And well, Thomas Wayne became Batman, and the costume turned out really awesome. Like, I really like how he's a Batman that kills, literally. Like, here's an example.
I really like how this Batman is in a way of killing, just like he killed Reverse Flash.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, because I really like how, like, the eyes are red, there's a lot more red on the suit, and he uses guns. I mean, you don't see any other Batman use that. Actually, Jason Todd, but it's a lot more, but you know what I mean.
Now at number 6, we have Batman the Animated Series costume.
Basically, like, I feel like this is a costume that any diehard Batman fan would want. Because, I mean, I'm a fan of the show, and the costume is one of the reasons why I love the show. And it just has that way of being very classy, 90s. And, well, Batman Animated Series is literally one of my favorite shows to watch.
And I must say, I really liked the design when the new Batman Adventures came in. Also, who doesn't love Batman Animated Series itself? Now at number 5, we have the classic black and gray outfit.
This is basically a costume that I think of, like, if I ever think of Batman, period, or any diehard Batman fan would. Because, I mean, it's very classy, it's been used several times in comic books. Basically, this is what I mean.
Because this comic was also basically used in Dark Knight Returns, Batman Hush, and several other comics. And sometimes they would change it up by making it like blue and gray instead of black and gray, and sometimes even change up the logo or belt.
Yeah, those are examples on what I mean. Because, I mean, we've seen it in like a million times in comics, and again, it's a Batman costume that screams classy and one that comes to mind.
Now in number 4, we have the Batman Arkham games outfit.
Yeah, I'm a fan of like all the Batman Arkham game suits, but if you're wondering which one's my number 1 favorite, here's what my favorite is.
And my favorite out of all of them goes to the Arkham Knight. And if I had to pick a second favorite, that goes to the Arkham Origins.
I know some of you might say like Arkham Origins should be number 1, but it's number 2 for me. Or even Arkham City or Arkham Asylum. I mean, they're cool, but I just like how like they're all in a way armored like and armored up, like in a way something that I would want to cosplay as. I mean, I haven't really done it, but it's something I would want to do.
And not to mention, these costumes became so popular and the game became popular itself that they made their way into comic books looking awesome. And now at number 3, that goes to Terry McGinnis, aka Batman Beyond.
I really like how this costume is in a way of like being black and red, because like I said before in one of my videos, I'm a fan for like a black and red color scheme, because I really like how like Terry McGinnis's Batman suit is like from head to toe, and like the suit does a lot more things than just be a million times cooler and futuristic. I mean, it has wings, it can be cloaked, it can like increase strength by 10 times. Let's just say Batman Beyond is like literally one of my favorite things in the Batman universe.
Also, who doesn't love Batman Beyond, the show itself, because it's one of the few reasons I love Batman, and I really like how it's very futuristic, love the outfits, and everything about this show. Now at number 2, we have the New 52 Batman.
This costume basically made the list because I really like how, like, in a way, it's, like, the best way to merge, like, every other Batman costume. Because, I mean, if you're a fan of the New 52 Batman comics, this would be a way to, like, say, hey, this is, like, the newest new Batman that's, like, anyone can think of, or even cosplay as, or even do, period. Other than, like, I'm just a fan of the New 52, the costume is one of the reasons why I'm a fan of it. So, I mean, again, it has that classy look, looks awesome, and in a way very tactical. And now, let's talk about my number 1.
And finally, hitting top spot number 1 is Ben Affleck's Batman suit.
Now this one became my number 1 because, other than I'm a massive fan of Ben Affleck as Batman, the costume is just one of the reasons that I'm a fan of it, because it looks like it's ripped right out of The Dark Knight Returns, which is literally my number 1 favorite Batman comic.
And some of you are going to ask, what about the Nightmare Batman outfit, the armor he wore in Batman vs. Superman, the JLA suit, and even the JLA armor?
Yeah, as for those other suits, the Nightmare suit looks awesome, and something I might want to cosplay as, the armored suit that he wore fighting Superman, looks cool and looks really awesome, and it made my number 1 on like top 10 Batman armors. If you haven't seen that video, I will put a link down below. The suit he wore in Justice League, it's kind of cool and kind of awesome. I mean, kind of the same way as the normal BVS suit and Suicide Squad suit, but it's still cool and still awesome. It's just a lot darker and a little more gadgets here and there. And finally, like the Justice League armored up one, it's super awesome and looks super cool. I mean, in a way, it looked like the Batman Arkham Origins outfit. And yeah, that's basically my whole list. Now, here's some honorable mentions I like to add in.
And finally, the honorable mentions. Those go to Earth 2 Thomas Wayne Batman, Neil Adams, Bob Kane, Adam West, and the Nightfall Batman.
Yeah, that's technically my list, but before I end this video, here's something I want to say and announce. yeah, I normally don't do this on my channel, but Batman news, I mean, this is rumored, and I don't know if this is 100% true, but Ben Affleck might no longer be Batman, but we are getting a Batman movie in like 2021. So I'm very sad and bummed that we might not get to see Ben Affleck as Batman again. Like I said, he is my favorite Batman, but but I guess, well, it'd be cool to like actually see Batman up on the big screen again, but crazy part, they're gonna have Robert, well, Pattinson as, well, Batman. If you don't know who that is, example. Yeah, I can't really see him playing Batman because, I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the Twilight movies. And just because you have a vampire playing Batman, why would you do that? Why?
I'm just not sure 100% how I feel about him playing Batman. I guess it's just because, well, he hasn't been doing much acting, but let's just hope maybe he could be a good Batman.
If I could pick an actor to play Batman, here's an example.
The actors I would go for would either be Karl Urban, who you might know from Dredd and Star Trek, but I would also go for Jake Gyllenhaal, who you might know in the upcoming Spider-Man Far From Home and Prince of Persia.
Yeah, Karl Urban, I feel like he would be able to be a Batman from the New 52 comics. And Jake Gyllenhaal, even though he's busy as a Mysterio, I feel like he would be like a perfect example of a Batman by like being a Christian Bale Batman 2.0. And I mean, and Warner Brothers did one time have their eye on him on wanting to play Batman. So, in other words, let's just see how this Batman turns out. I mean, it's not going to be 100% the same. I don't know what's going to happen now to DCEU, but please make us proud, DCEU. Well, guys, I really hope you like this video. Really hope you like my list. Let me know what your top 5, top 10, however many in the comments down below. And if you like, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. And don't forget to hit the bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. So that way, well, you keep up with the channel. And, oh wait, did I say subscribe already? Yeah, I did. And, well, again, comment. And don't forget to follow me on, like, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, CosplayMino. And, I will see you guys in my next video, and please stay tuned for more videos and cosplay updates and stuff. So, see you guys.